Yes, yes. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a brand new season of the Collective Bargaining Podcast, where we dive in to sports, which is like includes basketball, football, Formula One, and almost all sports. But this time, this season, we're going to focus a little bit more on our Grenada sports, just a little bit more. Trying to keep it a little local. Um, as always, I am Michael Hercules, and I have with me my very insightful co-host, Atway Campbell. It's been a while, Atway.
That's
How you
right.
feeling to be back?
It feels good. It feels good. It feels good to be here, man. Just wanna shout out everyone who has tuned in, who has listened, who has chimed in with their questions, their points in season one. It was really good. I didn't expect what we did to at those levels. Where we had Karani James and
Yeah.
Eton, former NBA player who played with MJ. I mean,
Yeah, it's crazy.
man, I mean that's really the heights, right? If, as we say home,
Yeah,
hits and heights, right?
it
So
can only go up from here.
exactly. So what we'll be doing definitely, as Mike said, is that we will be definitely focusing a little bit on the local scene as well, getting some of the local personalities, stars, as we like to say, Olympians, hint hint, and a few more people in the coaching world, etc. So definitely over the next 10 weeks, we want you guys to pay attention to the guest list because it is going to kick off from next week. We wanted to get this show on the road with two of us, but once we're done and we kick things off from next week, you will see personality after personality joining us, giving their flavor on the sports that they play. So it should be fun, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't think they're ready for the people that we have that's gonna come
Yeah,
on the show. I don't think they're ready at all.
I don't think they're ready either, man. I don't think so
They
either.
they think they probably don't realize the people that we're gonna bring on, and they're gonna be surprised, completely surprised.
Absolutely. This should be a fun show. Join us as we dive into almost everything and anything sports wise. Right now, of course, we have a lot going on locally. We have the intercall games happening right now, and
A2
boy,
just
oh
finished a while
boy,
ago.
yeah,
Jeez.
boy, oh boy, I'm seeing some times here that are just amazing. Right,
A
10
lot of records breaking. Yeah,
10-4 senior boys.
10-4.
Listen, I saw that race and I'm putting PBC, GBSS,
Aside.
SAS aside, everything aside.
Put it
Listen,
aside.
when you see the youth run that fast, I'm thinking
Listen.
4x100 gold, man. This is what I want to see in
Right?
in
Right?
5 years, right? When these guys mature, fully trained, and they step into the Olympics. That's what I want to see,
Yes.
So it should be interesting, as they progress in their careers, as their bodies develop, because these are young guys, man. These are young girls,
Oh
right?
yeah.
That with
Yeah.
so much potential. So, by the
And
way, what was
I'm
the
not sure if you
standing
remember.
today? Go ahead.
Well, before that, I'm not sure if you
Yeah.
remember in that special episode I said when you were talking to Chiron, I said like if we get more training, facilities, better stuff, we're gonna be up there. We're gonna be up there.
Absolutely. For me, it's hearing the news on laying down the new rubber and developing some of the facilities, and I know there's a lot going into some of the private clubs as well. So hopefully this continues, because if that continues and the youth have access, then the chances of you actually exploring the next Karani, right?
This is
I
gonna be
mean,
very high.
yeah. The next female star, to step onto the rubber for us. I mean, it's gonna be. We punch above our weights in Grenada, right? That's the truth
Oh yeah.
about it. So we will even expand on what we've done so far, no doubt about it. And today, when I saw that senior race, woo, yeah,
That stood out.
it stood
I
out.
mean, a lot of records were broken.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, they
Yeah,
did it
that's
so easily too.
yeah. Let me ask you though, did you think the stadium was filled, or was it? Because from the imagery that I saw, I was wondering, where's everybody?
It looked a little iffy. I think they were
Ye-
waiting. I think everyone's waiting for the last day, as always,
Right.
to go.
But to me, with the schools, unless they have a lot more stricter rules now, right, from when we used to attend,
Probably.
It didn't matter if it was the
It didn't.
first
Yeah.
day, the second
Second
day.
day,
You know,
we were
you
there
would.
in the
We know why
crowd.
we were there, right? The
Well,
races, but yeah, So
what
so
races, bruh? What
oh,
races? I don't know what races you talking. I never saw a race.
no, no, no. It's yeah, but it just seemed like there wasn't as many people. If
Yeah,
I have to
it
say,
did
right?
look like
So
it, but I know
yeah,
for sure like a lot of the older folks were saying that they were waiting for the last day before they would actually go. So I know
right,
tomorrow
right,
it's gonna be a little filled
yeah.
tomorrow for sure.
You're gonna be in the house
Um,
tomorrow.
I'm not sure yet.
All right, all right, all
I'm gonna
right.
be watching, whether it's in person or online. I'm gonna be watching.
All right, all right. No, that makes sense. I want to do. I do want to bring up, March 13th. By the way,
Yeah.
just so much went into that. It's part of Grenadian history, and I know we're a sports show, but we have to pay homage to our roots and March 13th. For those that don't know, 1979, New Jewel movement overthrew the well, I don't want to go into saying any descriptive words, but they did overthrow the leader at the time, in Eric Matthew Gary. So that set off a chain of events that we know has really crafted our society as Grenadians, right? We don't accept less. We expect the best in ourselves, and that translates to sports and what you see today, right? So
Correct.
so definitely, just want to pay homage to all who were parts of history, in 1979. Today is a very special day. I know sometimes it can be swept below the rug, to the later dates where the invasion happened, Operation 8, what is it? Operation Urgent Fury. Yeah.
Urgent Fury.
So in October, right? So it kind of sometimes is shadowed by that, but it's also a very important date, right? And part of our culture. So shout out to everybody that took part, that on either side, you made history, right? And paved the path for
That it did.
what was to come, right?
You're the reason why we're here.
Absolutely. Well, I could tell you, yeah, my parents met as medics. So yeah.
Why we're here.
Yeah, why we're here, man? Why we're here? We all have stories, right? So
Yeah.
but definitely, March 13th, man. Happy March 13th to all Grenadians. All right.
Hey.
So back to the sports in world. What do you have for me, man?
Oh, I was just gonna give you a quick standings. Well, this was the standings of an hour ago, basically. In the girls, so I'm gonna just give you 1 to 5 because that's a long list. First place so far, we have St. David's Catholic School. Then we have Anglican High School. Then this is girls, by the way, just to just clarify. Then Boca Secondary School. Then SAS, and then St. Joseph's Convent, St. George. And then the boys, we have SAS. That's leading the way there. Then we have GBSS after that. Those keep going head to head as usual. Then we have St. David's Catholic Secondary School. Then we got the boys from PBC at 4th. And in 5th, we got McDonald's College.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Kind of tight at the top.
Yeah, it is.
It's really tight at the top. The top two, really. Between 2 and 3, it's a huge gap.
So tomorrow is going to be live, right? Tomorrow is going to be packed, definitely a packed stadium, and it's going to come down to the wire, right? It's
really is.
Relays and key events. As I said, I'm the role I'm taking this year is really down to just being amazed at what these athletes are doing in general. I think sometimes with the rivalry we have, yes, you have to rep your school, but at the end of the day, these are kids, and
I see the potential.
Exactly, and so many of them. Like, we had 6 athletes today clock sub 11. Think about that for a second, right? 6 athletes sub 11. Absolutely insane, right? So I for a moment I just lost my whole rivalry persona, right? and just
Yeah,
I just took a step back at what I was watching because I couldn't believe it. So, again, amazing, you know.
yeah, it
So
really
that's
is.
going to continue into tomorrow, and then not too long after we have other games coming up, right?
Yes, yes, we have
Yeah.
some games coming up on Easter weekend.
Okay.
Um,
Those
so
are what games that are coming up?
I'm
Is it
trying to remember the name.
Is it Carifta or something else?
I had it here just a while ago.
Okay. I guess we could jump back to that, but definitely it seems like we're using Intercall as really the base for setting the tone for other games. I think there was an upgrade to the stadium as well, right? There's more of a live
they did a
scoring
slight.
system.
They did a live upgrade scoring. They're trying to do it better, so for the games that we're getting
Right.
soon, it will be so good.
Right.
Everything is
Is it-
supposed to be better, apparently.
Right. And that's perfect, especially if you're trying to do those invitationals as well, because that was something I thought we were going to see more of, the athletic invitationals, like the Karani James Invitational brings in the top stars in the world, right? I mean, when you
Yes.
think about it, we have the perfect so in my left ear right now, I'm hearing like a little voice calling out, and it is like I'm hearing daddy and I know if I turn that way there's probably a little kid staring at me through a door, right? But I'm not gonna turn. I'm just gonna wave my hand.
Stay strong.
Yeah, definitely stay strong and avoid the urge, but definitely that's good to see that the stadium is receiving those upgrades.
Yeah,
and
so
we're going to
when-
be seeing a lot more of that.
So basically Easter weekend, the nice long weekend, we're gonna have Carifta games. It's gonna start from the 30th of March until April 1st, I believe. It's 2 days.
That's good.
It's usually 2 days. It's gonna be
Okay.
those 2 days. So yeah.
Okay.
It's
No,
gonna be
well,
good.
it should be pretty good going forward then.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, what else is happening in the sporting world? We're gonna leave Grenada for a second. So
Yeah.
Intercall
Well,
and all the action that's happening there.
Yeah.
What else is happening
As-
right now?
As you know, we do our main stuff. And our main stuff, of course, is, as our logo says, basketball.
Yeah, it's yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're about 65, 66 games now into the
Yep.
season after the All-Star break. So
Coming-
it's basically
We're on the home stretch.
it's basically the home stretch. So we're going to be fighting. A lot of teams are fighting for positioning. We're going to see a lot of contenders. We're going to see plenty pretenders. We're going to see some teams that are just fighting for picks, as they say. So we got a lot going on. Now, I got a question.
Go ahead, ask away.
Who you got for the chip? Actually, not who you got for the chip. I have a better question. Who you got in the NBA Finals?
I don't know if you could see it, but
Is that LeBron James
and AD.
and
Yep.
AD? Oh,
Yep.
God. Can't be
I got-
serious. We can't be serious.
So
Stop.
hold on here. Hold on a second, man. Hold on a second. I'm gonna tell you why. So let's talk about who's gonna be in the finals, right? I believe we can see a combination. It's either we see LA, Miami, or Denver, Miami, or we see the Bucks and Denver, or the Bucks and LA. Those
You really
those
have
are,
a lot of
I
faith
just gave you the
in
final
the
four, pretty
Lakers.
much. I just gave you the final four. Yeah, I just gave you the final four.
So your final four is Denver, LA,
Miami,
and
the Bucks.
Miami.
Yeah. Notice
You
I
have
left
the-
out Boston. Notice I left out Tatum.
I mean, you don't still don't like Tatum. It's fine. We understand.
No, it's not that I don't like him necessarily. I don't like Boston, but I think ultimately speaking, I think Tatum is not as consistent as people claim he is, and I think his game has sort of plateaued in a weird way, because it's not that he's a bad player. He's a
I don't
top
think
10
it's
player in the
plateaued,
league.
but I understand
He's
what you mean.
he's definitely a top 10 player in the league, but right
Yes.
now in the NBA, there's a sort of gap. Because you're top 10 doesn't mean you're close to being in the conversation of top 3, top 5, right?
Okay.
And I think that gap there are certain players that have moved up in that list. So, and as we go through the season, we'll sort of come up with our top 10 players in the league, right? But I think
Yeah.
players like Ant who weren't in our top 10 before, have now sort of risen up to catch Tatum in a way. And
I don't think he's
you know,
there yet, but fair.
I think he's there, man. I think if you look at what's happening, where he's playing in the West, right? And I think if you look at Tatum's contribution, yes, he's had big games, but don't discount the fact that who he's playing with, right? The most expensive player in the NBA. And that's all I could call him for now, right? But Boston has a well-coached team, right? And I think they're a system team in a way. It's not really a system where it's overly reliant on Tatum. He can step up in spurts. But would I say that he is top 5? No, that's impossible. I can name
No,
easily.
he's not top 5.
Yeah, and
5 guys better.
yeah, easily. I think it's very easy to name those 5. So, but yeah, so that's why I don't put Boston there. And then of course there's Jimmy Butler. So, him, that guy that comes alive in the playoffs. So you just can't discount that, right?
Is that why you're going with LeBron as well? Because you just can't discount him in the.
So shout out to Kyron, by the way. He did confirm that it was Carifta. So
yes.
So it's around Easter. My guess is he's probably going to be there.
Most likely. I have a feeling he's going to be.
Yeah. So shout out to Kyron. Can't wait to have you on board, man. Next week we got some news, so that will be out there as to who's coming on with Kyron. So definitely stay tuned for that. But definitely, yeah, I can't put Tatum in there. And to me has moved into the conversation of top 10. So definitely he's in the conversation. The youth players are there. Luka, obviously, right now, I think has moved into the top 5.
Top 10.
So
So who's the 5 you got then? Wait, is this the 5 that's on injured, or is this the 5 that includes the injured?
You're
stuttering, man. You're stuttering.
No. So I'm just gonna name it. I know what you're trying to do right now. So I'm gonna name them. Jokic.
Okay.
All right, Jokic. I'm gonna go with right now. Let's do Giannis.
Are we going in order?
No, I'm just naming.
Okay. All right, cool.
Braun.
Braun?
5 right now.
LeBron James?
Top 5 in the league, man. Come on.
Stop this.
He's top 5 in the league. Individual players, not teams. Remember, individual players.
It doesn't matter. He's not top 5.
So who? Embiid.
Go ahead. Finish your list.
Embiid.
Okay.
Remember, you said in no order, right? So
all
right. I'm not saying he's the 3rd best player in the league, right? So, and then I need a 5th. The 5th for me would be I would go with SGA. That would be my 5.
Okay.
That would be my 5 right now. So for me, when it doesn't matter if they're injured, right? So if I had to rank them in order, I would put Jokic, I would put Embiid.
Okay.
All right. I would put I think Braun is better than Giannis, man. I don't Giannis is dominant. He can dominate different teams, but you put the Bucks in a series with LA, you'd be crazy to bet against LA in that series. Even with Giannis. And I think I'm telling you, man, I want to hear your 5. So Braun, I would go Giannis, and then I would go SGA. Now keep in mind, if you ask me who's the season MVP, which is a different question, I'm picking SGA. All right, so there's.
Wait. Can you repeat your 5? Let me hear your 5 again.
5 would be Jokic, Embiid, Braun, Giannis
Okay.
SGA.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
So I got Jokic. I got Embiid.
Right.
I got Giannis. I got Luka,
Fair enough.
and I got SGA.
Wow. I mean, I can't argue with that. You know, I just think, and you could swap out Luka for SGA, but because I think
How are you going to swap out the guy that just broke the record for most 35 point triple doubles since Michael Jordan?
no, you're talking about SGA,
No, Luka.
Luka, right? So
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, I will
Why you
swap him
swap him
in.
out?
I'll swap him in
Oh,
for
okay. All right,
someone
all right.
else because I didn't have him in my 5, right? I had him
Okay.
at 6.
All right.
So
yeah, because you
I
had
would-
LeBron,
yeah.
who's doing nothing.
What? You know what? That's a whole different debate in itself. So for me, but I think Braun's still top 5, man, in the league.
LeBron is not top 5.
I think he's top 5 in the league right now. Still, he's
Probably
fading.
top 10.
He's
Probably
fading.
top 10.
Definitely
Maybe
top 10.
Maybe
Definitely.
10.
I don't think he's arguable. He's better than Tatum right now.
You gonna? Okay. All right.
You wouldn't pick. Let me ask you, who's better, Braun or Tatum right now? Not overall career or anything like that. Just right now.
Who would I take
Of course.
right now? Tatum.
All right. Fair enough. No, I mean, for me, I get it, right? You're looking at a 39-year-old, but I'm just saying that
Exactly.
39-year-old is pretty serious, man. So let me take a little control here in terms of putting you on the spot, all right? So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna play a little game of start, bench, and cut. All right.
Oh gosh.
And
just
here
love these.
I think I believe someone gets exposed here. That's what I truly believe here. So let's
gets
see how
exposed?
this goes. Yeah. So
go.
let me launch this 1 second.
This man says about to get exposed.
I'm trying to get it's a bit different now, but I'm trying to get this thing is working just slightly different now, whereas I could
Than it
just
used to
share
before.
what I had. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could just share what I had before. It's a bit different, right? So I'm gonna do it a different way.
All right.
Let me do this.
I like this
All right.
background music.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. I'm trying to get. We're just having the system did change on us. I got it. No worries. All right. So. All right. So we're gonna take a back seat to this imagery. We're still gonna be on the screen. We're gonna put Mike on the spot here a bit. So I want you to take your time
Ooh.
first.
Okay, I got it.
Get some
I'm
water.
ready. I don't need any water. I'm good. Let's go.
All right. You
Derek
don't need
White.
water for hold on, man.
Derek White. I'm starting Derek White.
Hold on. Let's give you a second to think about it first. By the way,
I
shout
never
out to
think
Wayne. Wayne was saying Boston and Nuggets in the finals. Boston's not making the finals, Wayne. We both know this. By the way, this guy said Oppenheimer deserved all the awards it got. Let me tell you, I'm gonna call him out on this. I know we
No,
don't cover movies,
It didn't.
but it did not deserve all
It
those
did
awards. And he came to me talking about every scene was captivating and you couldn't miss a
It
scene.
was not.
Let me tell you what this movie was. This movie was makeup for all the great movies this guy has put out in the past,
Yeah.
whereas he was not awarded. This is not even in his top 3 movies. Okay?
It's not.
It's not.
It really is.
There's really a lot of hype driving this. And I could name one movie out there. A lot of people will sort of scoff at it. That's far better. And you know his reason? He said he said it deserved all the awards. I know that here's the thing. -1. Wait for it to come to on demand and go see, put it on, and then come back and tell me that you prefer Oppenheimer over -1. Right?
Ooh. Okay.
Go see check out. It was limited in markets, so it was not released in many markets.
-1 was a pretty good movie.
Go see Godzilla -1. That is forget monsters and sci-fi. It's not even about that. Character development,
Perfect.
visual effects, scene
nice
to
combination.
scene, the emotion, the
Good
energy,
combination.
how terrifying this movie was. You know, it's better than Oppenheimer. Trust in my word, sir. All right? I'm telling you. Wait until you see it. Now, he's answering -1 isn't better, but hasn't seen -1 yet. Okay, so
I'm not arguing with you, sir.
it's not an argument yet. And I will
Hey,
gladly
Go watch
we will
-1.
we will
That's all
gladly
you have to
take
say.
we will gladly take a couple minutes on this show to bring you on
Easily.
to debate those two films, okay? And the
let's
fact
go.
that Oppenheimer is not even in his top 3
It's not.
films ever made. Okay, so
It's
we're
overrated.
waiting, set date. We'll bring you on and let's talk about it. Okay,
It's overrated.
Oppenheimer. Come on, man. All right, so
Stop this.
I know we gave you more time for this one. I know you needed it.
I
right?
didn't need more time. I already chose.
So, and you guys on wherever you're watching this, you guys can chime in as well. Let us know your thoughts on what you think about the 3 guys on the screen right now. Start, bench, cut, and you got to tell me why as well. So go ahead, tell me
Why?
why. Yeah, of course you can't just start, cut, and bench these guys without
All right.
saying something about it. Come on, you guys state the
Okay,
reasons.
I'm
Yeah.
starting Derek White. Reason
Okay.
why?
Wow.
He leads the league in offensive rating.
Wow.
All right. That's the major reason why. You may not think it, but he does.
Wow.
I'm starting him. All right. Who you gonna bench? I like
Wow.
Scary Terry coming off the bench because I like
Mhm.
his offensive explosion coming off the
Mhm.
bench.
Mhm.
He's gonna be a nice little spark that I just need to tell him, go out there, do your thing,
Mhm.
because we know what he's capable of. He's shown us what he can do.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I don't need to tell him he'll get any defense on their heels, especially in the second unit. And I don't really like RJ that much.
Yeah, I mean the Knicks career really was a stain, right? When
Yeah.
the time came to really play under the lights, and so I could understand cutting him. I think the Raps are really in a situation, right? Because they're not really considered a contender. The moves that they made, probably homecoming, etc. But once that goes away,
But I think this is a good place because it's not as much lights.
yeah,
So
less pressure,
he
a
could
lot less
just, he's
pressure.
home, but at the same time, he is at home, so that's another set of pressure, right?
Yeah.
It's not like he's just like in some place like Charlotte,
Right.
where they have no, they're losing, but he's still developing that kind of
Right.
stuff. But he's at home, so there's a little extra incentive to play a little better. So that will add a little extra pressure. But I mean,
Right.
overall, his game is okay. It's just that he hasn't shown that he can do it on a consistent basis to me. So
Which
there's
I
times
have
where I think he's going
have
to,
agree with. Which I have to agree
yeah,
with.
sometimes you think he's going to be all right. This is the step that he's going to be turning the corner here, and then
I
all of a
think-
sudden it's just like
I bought into that hype from college. I
That's
really
what it
bought
is.
into the
That's what it
college
is.
hype. And
It really
yeah,
was.
when he came in, it just
and you were
wasn't-
hoping it's going to
wasn't-
continue.
was in there. But in all fairness, I hope his game transforms now that he's home and less pressure. New York New York doesn't have the front office, right? We know New
Well,
York.
Plus,
man.
it's, Tibbs is not the easiest coach to play for.
no,
so,
it's not. It's not. He's not.
Right.
He's not.
So it
Look-
could
look
be.
at
And
Jimmy-
that Euro
look at
coach
Jimmy.
is pretty good.
Look at Jimmy offensively after Tibbs, right? So I mean, Yeah. So
No, but
all right.
Jimmy always had that. It's just that he played more defensive because he had other guys
Well,
that he
that's
knew he could
exactly what
lean
I mean.
on
Yeah.
offensively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, you're gonna see that uptick from these guys as they move away from him, right?
Yeah.
All right. Next. Start, bench, cut.
Ooh. You see, this is what I'm gonna need some time with. Ah.
I didn't want to make this easy, man. Was not gonna make this easy, man. Come on.
You know I like LaMelo.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna start. Who I'm gonna start? All right, I'm gonna start with cutting because, damn it, this is tough. All right, I'm gonna cut LaMelo, even though I like LaMelo the most all of them.
Wow.
All right, I'm gonna cut.
Wow.
LaMelo.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Maxey.
I mean, I don't blame you. Because
based on what I have.
this season, I have to agree with that move. I have to agree
he's
with
been
that move.
injured for most of the time, but at the same time, based on
But we're dealing with resumes here. We're dealing with resumes here. So forget if they're injured or whatever,
But you also have to look at the progression. Look at the progression that Maxey has made from last year to this year. So,
True.
Big league. So I have to put, so I have to put Maxey on the bench. And so we're gonna start my boy.
Start Fox.
So if you really look at it, Fox and Maxey are two of the fastest players in the game.
Yeah. It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
Fox has been consistent. Fox has been consistent over the years, and he doesn't get the shine he should because I think he's playing for the Kings.
Yeah. It's a market that's really in the shadows and will always be as long as LA is what it is, So it's really gonna be hard. Those guys, but they have an exciting crowd. They have a great stadium. They have energy, so they can make some noise. But the current team, I just don't see a title out there, going to Sacramento.
But they have
some nice pieces.
Great coach,
nice
pieces.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they could. If they win the East, they could be number 6, 7.
Yeah,
maybe even 5.
There we go. Start, bench, cut. See, I'm gonna have to put you on a timer, because we're gonna have to put you on a timer here.
Put me on a timer.
Yeah.
Quick.
So Zion, Siakam, or Banchero.
Who am I going to bench? I am going to bench Zion.
Wow.
I'm going to start. Why am I going to bench Zion? Because I think he could be better off the bench here in this thing, and I'm gonna start. This one's tough. I'm gonna tell Siakam bye-bye. Yeah, I'm gonna tell Siakam bye, and I'm gonna start Mr. Magic.
Really?
Yeah, I like him. I really like him. No, pause. I think his game is underrated a lot. He's starting to come in more and more into his own. He is so good at scoring the basketball. People don't really understand it. The reason why I have Zion on the bench is because he's shown that he can't play on a consistent basis. And Siakam, I'm going to cut only because I don't like his talent compared to the other two.
Jeez, you just cut. I think now Zion and Siakam are better players than Banchero right now. You just put this start to this guy based on what you on that potential, right? On that potential, right?
It's more than a potential. Look at what he's doing this season.
Is he a better player right now than the two on the left? Right now, this very moment, is he a better player than either one of those guys. No way.
Then a healthy Zion? No.
Yeah, no way. Exactly. So there we go.
But Zion ain't healthy.
And a Siakam, he's not better than is he better than Siakam?
I just don't like Siakam's game. That's all. That's it. That's really what it is. I just don't
Fair
like
enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Come on, son. Come on, son.
This one should be easy, right? This one should
You
be
know who I'm going
actually,
to cut.
based on who they are right now, right? Right now.
Right now?
Yeah, right now. Right now.
Okay, so we're doing right now. I'm gonna cut Poole, just because. Well, we've all seen the highlights. We've all seen what has happened to him.
Yeah.
You know, right?
I don't think is what's happened is what's been there the whole time. Just Steve Kerr was
Well,
doing a good job at controlling it.
The thing is, he had Steph there to hide it.
Yeah.
So, and then the playoff burst was just like one of those lucky runs, I guess you could say, that he had to, boost his.
I still think
for no reason.
you give this guy the JR type treatment. So you in order to get the best out of him, you bench him, you bring him on for spurts where he has like a little green light with limited time, to where you make him hungry again for game time, and he could shine. Like you put him, I've seen him shoot the ball well enough to trust with the 3-pointer, right?
He can shoot.
That's what I'm
know
saying.
he can shoot.
If I'm and that's the sad part about him, right? Because he now has is he on a max right now or close to max?
Close enough, I guess.
Right. So no team can really pick him up with that, right? So I mean, it's kind of sad because he would have slotted right in to like a contender team like a LA. You put him with a Braun where he's out on the wing or something. Has the ability to cut to the basket. Sort of like, as I said, JR in a way, right?
Pace. He's a nice little change of pace guard.
Yeah, JR used to do some of that, right? Where he
definitely.
Could shoot the ball, but he could also go to the rim, right? So but it's kind of sad that he's on that type of salary.
And the thing is, if you look at it right now, I mean, even though they took like 50 or 60 games to put him on the bench in Washington, his numbers on the bench now have improved. So it's showing,
of course,
right? And I mean, the obvious reason for that is one of the most obvious reasons for that is he's playing the second unit, right? He's going against the second unit on the team, so it's easier defense or easier opponents for him in the second unit.
Washington failed to realize when they paid him all those bucks.
Right, but then also they have him in at the end of the games, so and they're looking at him
absolutely
to go at the end of the games, and sometimes he shows up, which is fair. This is not bad,
right?
Pretty good,
right?
So to go to the original question, cut. Right now, I'm a start Russ, and I'm a bench CP3. I think Russ still has the athleticism, and the IQ to give me an easy 18, 6 and 6, right? In
14,
25 to 30 minutes, and
definitely.
CP can just do what he's doing right now in Golden State, which he's been pretty good at. Because I don't need CP. Every year he gets injured, and that's I think mainly because of the amount of minutes he plays during the season. Comes off the bench, he'll be fine.
I'm cutting CP3 because I don't think here's the thing. We're not talking about.
I didn't see that coming.
We're not talking young CP3 running around, right? We're talking about a very, when I say limited, right? And I think if I had a player like Jordan Poole to use, where you could limit some of the things that he gets out of control with, you have a very productive bench player. Like that would be, I mean, his production off the bench in a good system. Yeah, you
but it all depends. What do you prefer, like a floor general to help the second unit,
right? Or
do you prefer a change of pace guard?
Still taking Poole right now.
All right, cool.
CP, cool. Oh, yeah. But
probably should do one of these, and then we do like a starting 5 and a bench and compare that.
Bench.
Oh shit!
Yep.
To be fair, though,
Yeah.
Murray isn't a shooting guard. To be fair.
I didn't,
All
I
right.
didn't, I didn't say positions, man. I just put 3 players up there, man. Start bench cut, man. Start bench cut, man.
God damn.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna start. Oh, I don't even know who I'm gonna start. I'm a bench. I'm gonna send the guy who was originally a 6-man of the year back to the bench. James Harden.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
And I'm gonna start.
Thinking about this?
No. Let's change that. Let's change that. I'm gonna start James. I'm a and I'm gonna cut as much as I don't want to. I'm gonna cut DeMar.
I think you have to cut DeMar.
Yeah, as much as I don't want to, I have to cut DeMar.
Man, Murray's been
Murray's been
playing,
killing.
man. I think LA made a mistake, man, not making that trade. I don't care what they're doing right
I
now.
understand why they didn't.
You
go
have
after-
to, and making Austin Reeves untouchable. I don't think he's untouchable, man. You look at what Murray's doing out there, right?
I prefer it. I think it's a better fit.
I think that was a mistake, to be honest, not going for him. So, but I think I would agree with your choices. But I could argue that you could start Murray right now. You know,
Yeah, that's what I was.
some
You see,
of the
that's what I was going
production
for
out there.
initially, but
Yeah.
then I preferred James's production, right?
right,
Because he's like a dual guard. I mean, they could both play on the court at the same time
right.
as well.
For a second,
Like
where
what?
you paused, I thought it was like you had decided to start DeRozan for a second.
Oh, no.
I was like, wow, whoa!
Nah,
I didn't
nah,
see
nah.
this one coming
Nah.
at all.
I mean, I love DeMar.
So
Why?
we got
Why?
another-
What?
So now we it's this. So is this really straightforward? This is straightforward, given. All right, I'll just take the back seat. I want to hear this one. I want to hear
I'm
this one.
starting Melo.
Okay.
I mean, that goes
Starting
without
Melo.
saying. Damn, the truth was Klay Thompson. I mean, we know what the truth can do. We know what Game 6 Klay can do.
This is tough. This is not that simple. I could argue that you're making a mistake by starting Melo.
Nah,
I could argue you're
start
making
Melo,
a
man.
mistake. I could.
You want
I know
Melo
you-
to come off the
I know
bench?
you like his game. I know you like his game, but you've seen the truth in the playoffs, man. What
That's
are we
alright.
talking about here? He's just all right. Who has a better playoff career? I would say the truth.
Because you want a chip with
Not
Kevin
forget the
Garnett
chip.
and Ray
Forget
Allen?
the chip. Forget the chip. Forget the chip. I mean, much respect to Melo, right? Because I don't want to discount what he did in Denver. This guy was a beast, man. I don't want to discount.
Only reason,
right?
the
But
only
I'm
reason
just-
Melo doesn't have a ring is because of Kobe Bryant.
I don't think so.
Think about it.
I don't think so. I don't agree with
You
that.
don't think they would have won that year in the conference finals if they beat the Lakers? If
There's
they
a
beat the
chance they-
Lakers in the conference finals,
There's a chance. Remember matchups, right? Matchups, right?
they were going to play the Magic?
Yeah, the
Was it the
Magic.
Magic?
The Magic.
Right. So you don't think they were going to beat the Magic?
I don't think it's given. So I don't know, man. We're, Kobe is just the gap between. And I might catch fire for this, but let me tell you this. I'll say this straight up. The gap
Go ahead.
between Kobe and Melo is huge, man. I'm sorry. The
Okay.
gap between them is huge. Okay. The way Kobe methodically dragged Orlando and just
Yes, he
just
did.
tore them apart. You can't just slot in another team and say they would have done that, man. Because
And they didn't
honestly,
even realize that they were being.
Yeah, I mean, this guy
Cut
was
up like
just. I don't think people understand what happened in that finals, man. That's not down to just the team. This was a man on a mission that just decided to methodically tear that team apart, man.
I mean, to be fair, he wanted revenge for losing the year before. So he wanted that more
got
than
it.
anything.
And he got it. And he got it.
Yeah.
So to me, I would have died to see that LeBron match.
But I can't start the truth over Melo. I just can't.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah.
I can't start the truth over Melo. I mean, I probably have to cut Clay and have the truth off the bench.
Yeah. I think much respect to Clay, man. He's a beast, right?
Yeah,
But
the modern day Reggie Miller.
But those two guys on the left and the right, yeah, there's no way you leave them out. But I think the gap, I think these two players, man, truth.
The only problem is,
Yeah, man.
he doesn't play no defense.
Yeah.
I mean, cut the only defensive.
You
guy.
go with Melo. I'll buy into that. You go with Melo. But I don't want to disrespect the truth. The truth is truth.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, come on.
You had to.
Bruh.
All right. Who you gonna go with?
You know who I'm gonna go with.
Come on, man. Do the right thing because
Okay, no problem.
you have favorite players, but you have to do the right thing here. You know?
Oh, sure. Of course. We got favorite players, so we got to do the right thing. I'm gonna
No.
put Kobe
I'm
Bryant.
not saying pick
I'm
your
gonna put
favorite
Kobe
player.
Bryant.
You cutting Kobe?
I
know
never
what I
said
heard?
that. I said I am going to put Kobe Bryant
Okay.
on the bench,
I know where
and
you're
I'm
going
going to.
with this.
Where am I going with this? Where am
Go
I going
ahead.
to go with this?
I'm listening. I know where this is going. Go ahead. This is about to be. Oh, you really won that, huh? Well, here you go. You know, yeah. Go ahead.
See, you don't even know where I'm going.
Let's
You don't even know
hear
where I'm
it.
going.
Let's hear
I'm
it.
putting
Then.
Kobe Bryant on the bench, and I'm starting LeBron James.
Wow, I am
Didn't see
shocked.
that coming.
I did not see that coming, but yeah. No, I would. I agree. I agree.
I know you would. I knew you would. Knew you would.
All right, let's make it a little.
Come on, really? This is not even a debate. Why are we even
For the
thinking about this?
starter, I think for the starter, it's not. But I want to
No.
see who you bench. I want to see who you cut.
Well, of course we're going to start DeMarcus.
Right.
On the bench, I think I prefer, as much as I like Collins, I prefer Steven Adams.
I have to agree with you. We're on the same page with that one. Definitely. By the way, I see you taking shots in the background. What exactly is in the glass?
Oh, if you happen to see, it's Barbunday.
Ah, nice.
The
See that.
clear one. I got a clear
Yeah.
Barbunday.
Yeah,
The white.
I've got some old grog on me here too. So
Oh, the good
Definitely.
stuff.
that's right. Can't start the season without something, right? So
Yeah. I gotta keep warm.
that's right. Okay. So we got
Okay. We got the greatest rebounder of all time, self-proclaimed. That's the self-proclaimed Mr. self-proclaimed greatest rebounder of all time, DeAndre Drummond. We got one of the best mid-range bigs to ever play the game in LaMarcus Aldridge, and then we got a versatile big
do it all.
Yeah, he'll do it all.
So
So
a little mid range too for himself. He
he does. So I'm gonna have to drop definitely the greatest rebounder of all time. I'm gonna start LaMarcus and I'm a bench. What's his name again? Celtics 42.
Marcus
Jesus.
Aldridge.
No.
No.
Yeah. How could I forget his name? It's on the tip of my tongue.
So you're gonna start. Who are you gonna start?
LaMarcus.
Okay.
All right. I'm sorry, LaMarcus. Well, I'm definitely going to cut Drummond.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I just think it's a better fit.
And then that makes
I
sense.
could get more from the other two than I could get from Drummond. Drummond is just really a rebounder and maybe a shot. Oh,
Start, bench, cut.
why you gotta put Pat Riley? But it depends on my team, though.
No. You start an organization, you need a coach.
If I'm starting an organization and I need a coach, I'm gonna go with Greg Popovich.
Okay. So you just started Popovich. Who you benching?
Phil.
This is not easy, man. This is not easy.
See, I like Phil, but Phil needs certain types of players on teams in order for them to be good.
Yeah.
See, the thing with Pop has proven over the years he can change his game scheme, his game plans to suit the players that he has. Whereas Phil that's what we're doing.
Right.
And then we got
I would start Pop. I would cut Phil and bench Riley. That would be my
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's where I was heading.
Okay.
That was tough.
Yeah.
Come on, son. All right, so are we gauging on the potential that is Grant Hill or just what Grant Hill was?
Just work with the peak.
Ooh, peak Grant Hill was peak. I'm gonna cut big shot.
Okay.
I'm gonna bench Tony. I'm gonna start Grant.
Makes sense. I would start Tony. I would bench Grant, and then Chauncey. I would cut Chauncey.
Yeah. Chauncey's good, but it's just I can't.
Yeah,
I don't know if the Spurs like Pop made Tony better than he actually was.
It could be the case
because of his schemes.
The players he was playing around too, right? It gave him a lot of room to work. So,
but I mean there was a finals where he was just a playoff. There was a playoff, like a whole playoff. He was killing. So
yeah,
I mean, it's a possibility he was just that good.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that's our session of start, bench, cut. And you did well.
I like that a lot.
I think you did well.
Yeah,
Cheers
I didn't
to
surprise you too much. I surprised you too much. That's sweet, but it's good.
Yeah, probably got to get my hands on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna save you about.
So I think definitely, that was a good session. Shows that you still got, your swag from season 1. Still
Never
warm with it, so that's good. What do you think about Bron hitting 40,000 points? By the way,
I don't care.
You don't care about it, right? Okay,
I legit don't care.
Fair enough.
I mean, no, all right. For the game, it's fantastic. It shows his superpower, which is longevity. Because if you don't have longevity, you can't get to 40. Now, Mike, I don't want to make a disclaimer, but Mike could have gotten to 40 if he played maybe 3 more seasons.
You think so? I don't think so.
How much is Mike on? Mike is on what, 32 or something like that?
Yeah.
How much would he make? How much points would he normally make a season? What?
The problem I see
2,000 points in a season?
problem I see is that
based on Mike.
I think Mike's wear and tear was greater than most people think.
It was.
And I just don't think, people love to look at averages and then just assume that he could, expand those numbers and he gets to it in 3-4 years, right? But I just don't think, I think people discount the wear and tear that Mike had, right? And I think the second time he retired was just much more than just the team breaking up in itself. I think he was assessing a lot of things. I think he was assessing a lot of things, man. I don't think.
I know he was going to come back.
He was definitely going to come back, right? But I think over the
right
3-4 years that you're talking about to get to 40,000,
right?
I'm not sure.
Because when you look at it this way, he averaged his career average was 30 points a game. So if we do let's say he does 75 games in a year,
right?
I know, because Mike hardly ever used to miss games. So if you do 75, that's already 2,200 points.
Right.
So he's already on 32. So that's 8,000 points away.
Right.
So that's four. That's basically 4 seasons.
4 seasons, yeah. But it's again not guaranteed.
It's the two basic. It's not guaranteed. It's basically the 2 that he missed, the 2 that he left for whatever reason. The first time when his father died, right? And then the 2 after he left.
Yeah. And the 2 after he left, who are the teams that came into the picture? We're talking about a lot of revamped teams in those times.
But
his ability,
his 30 points.
And then I question his wear and tear. If he plays that many more seasons, to be based on the way he plays. So I again, I could come back and say, okay, well, guess what, right? If I could say the same thing, if Bron shoots 3 more shots a game, right, then he averages way more and has a far higher average in scoring, right? So it's really the difference between them. When you look at the averages and then you go take a look at the shots that they take in a game, right? It comes down to, okay, who's taking more shots, right? It's not really that he's not scoring at that clip. So that's why I tend to believe that he's actually not too bothered by the score. And I think he has a lot more scoring titles under his belt if he was to choose to go Luka. Right now you're seeing what happens when a player like that decides, I'm just going to score relentlessly, right? So, but keep in mind, Luka is aided by the new NBA, right? Which is, you could argue it's not really where we want to see the game right now, right? It's too offensively minded right now.
It's offensive. I mean, they only have to make one change. I think they just have to bring back like the take out the defensive 3 seconds.
Yeah,
I think that would help a lot.
Yeah,
but the players are so skilled. It's just that it's hard to tell. Like, what are you supposed to do? Are you gonna bring back hand checking?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You gotta let's start with the defensive 3 seconds, and then you move to more of a situation where you build from there. But if you're disabling the defense right in the center of the key, and then not to mention your refs are calling some of the calls I see, I just don't understand. I just don't understand. So for me, the game needs a little revamp. I would also, for All-Star Weekend, we just had that a while ago, right? So I would also bring in like a street dunk contest, just start gradually moving away. If people don't want to, just scrap it. But also do
a one-on-one.
But
the players been asking for a one-on-one. Just do a one-on-one.
Yeah. And even if the stars don't take part, I would tune in to a one-on-one, even if it's the younger players going, right?
Yeah.
And give out like a king of whatever,
king of the ring,
king of the tournament,
Yeah.
I would do that, man. I would do that, So
king of the court, let's go.
The reason
8 players, let's go.
I don't understand why they haven't done that yet. I honestly,
logistics, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Because I think the timing for the dunk contest is much faster than if you
if you go one-on-one.
Like a one-on-one.
But then again, you do an elimination, right? You're not doing a round robin where everybody has to play everybody. You're doing an elimination, right?
True.
And what you could do is you could split it across the 3 days, right? You could arguably start Friday and
see what you're
then
saying.
have like another round on the Saturday, and then you go down to like the final 4 players on the Sunday before the All-Star game.
And you finish it at halftime. Which one?
That's what I'm saying, or maybe not enough time halftime, but
Nah, I
what I'm
don't think you'll be able to do it at halftime
yeah.
because
So you
a
do it
player might
before,
be playing in the
right?
All-Star game.
Or you do it on
So you do
Saturday and Friday, right?
you do
The
the yeah,
Friday,
Friday and
and
Saturday.
let me tell you, the viewership would take off.
I
And
think so.
if it explodes from the reputation, you're gonna start seeing some of the higher caliber players start coming in. Now, a lot of players will be
Oh yeah.
concerned about their branding and all of that, but some guys don't care, man.
No,
They're gonna
I know,
come
I know
in,
KD. I know KD's gonna go.
right, right. Now, I don't think the thing is, I don't think you can make it that long. So you can't have a game
No.
to 21. You can't have a game
No.
of 1s to 11. It has to be like
5.
2s. Yeah, it has to be
5.
like It has
A
to be
quick
like
game.
quick.
Yeah.
Limit the
Versus the
dribbles
3
and
or something like that.
yeah. So, but I think the future's bright, man. The future's bright, definitely for the game, and I think there's a lot of opportunity there to really revamp that weekend, right? Because right now it seems really subpar. People not competing is hard to watch, man. It's hard to watch.
I haven't watched for the last. I haven't looked at it for the last 2
Yeah,
years.
it's really extremely painful to watch. So,
And there's nothing you can really do to make them
right,
change it. So
right.
that's it.
So, yeah, no. So I think
It's
definitely
almost-
we'll see some changes. I think we'll see some major changes. Maybe not before the next, but we'll see how it goes.
I mean,
um,
it's not like they could do like the NFL and change it to flag football. You can't play
Right.
flag basketball.
Right,
So it's
definitely.
gonna be difficult. It's gonna be real difficult. They have to do something. I don't know what it is. They tried the pickup game, that didn't work. They tried to point cap first to like whoever reaches 25 or something like that. That still didn't work. So I don't know. We're gonna see.
Absolutely. So definitely, let's we'll be rounding back to that. What I would say is, there are a lot of stuff we didn't get to cover today that we'll definitely be looking at. We'll be diving into F1. We'll be diving into other sports. Whatever is happening at the time. We have the Olympics coming up. As I said, we may have some Olympians showing up on the show as well. Some basketball prospects. We'll have Chiron joining us. He can join us today because he was in flight. So he will be coming back onto the show and talking about what he's been working on, etc. So we have a very strong lineup. We want you guys to tune in every Wednesday. Lots to come.
I mean, we got 10 episodes, but it's a 10 fully packed episode.
That's right. Limited but fulfilling, as Mike said. So definitely tune in, and we'll be definitely providing you with more updates. Check our Facebook page for updates as we launch the season and get things going. Every Wednesday from now, 10 Wednesdays, join us. Same time, same place. You know what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed the show today. We definitely heard a lot from the start benching and cutting. I thought he could have done a little bit better on some of the choices, but hey, well, what can you do, right? What can you do? Can we get a one last shot? This is the March 13 shot here.
You
So
got it?
hey, cheers to everybody. Definitely
Yes.
March 13. Happy March 13. And cheers to the new season, Mike. All right. Ooh.
Sweet.
All right. Here we go.
All right.
All right. Cheers, folks.
Woo.
See
Good
you
night,
next week.
everyone. Stay tuned for more.
Yes.
We logging off.